If somebody ever asks me, why do you like Dale Earnhardt so much? I will reply, he was a rough and tough, never say die competitor. And if you want a visual aid, just look at this car. This is the 1997 Dale Earnhardt 1997 Dale Earnhardt Daytona 500 crashed car, or as the sticker implies, raced version. The story behind this car, I'm sure a lot of avid race fans know the story behind this car, especially Dale Earnhardt fans. But the 1997 Daytona 500, the year before he won the Daytona 500 for the first time, he got in a tremendous flip. He got out of his car after the flip, went to see if his car was still raceable, and kept going. Now you might be thinking, anybody would do that. Well, actually, a lot of drivers would call it quits, but Dale didn't. He kept right on going. And, well, this car is copyright 2005, so I'm going to guess this car is from 2005, and this box was only used in 2005 or 2006, so it's either from 05 or 06. So, around the box you got sort of a smoke-like background, which kind of implies to the whole crash car thing. Come around to the back and got all the copyright and everything. It's copyright 2005, like I said. So, that's about it. So, this car is crashed enough as it is, so we must take it out. This review is quote-unquote sponsored by Gatorade. I say quote-unquote because Gatorade doesn't really sponsor my Diecast reviews. And here's the car. Fun fact that I just thought of, this is one of the few crash cars that actually came with a box. Or am I thinking that, I think the ones that came out in, well, I don't know what the story is, but, the ones on Diecast cars now have bubble wrap. So either those cars are from 1997, and the ones they made in 2005 had boxes. Well, anyways, like I said, this is a crash car. Yeah, I got into a tremendous flip in this car, so... Well, there's damage I should say. There's a scrape right here. Let it focus so you can see. Some scrapes around here. And the wheel well is a little bit raised up there from damage. There's some sheet metal missing right there. Probably was... that part right there is probably hanging off when... Dale probably had a crew member, or he did it himself. It's smashed up back here. The spoiler's bent down. The roof rails are crunched up, and there's some damage on the roof. And there's a little bit of scrape down here. So, where you will find Dale's famous good wrench sponsor on the hood, on the side, and on the back, and it says GM Performance Parts up here, but it's Good Wrench Quick Lube Plus back here. Other sponsors are Food City, Snap-on, and Burger King. And this actually has a red interior, which they a lot of the NASCARs had in the 1990s. And so the paint scheme, it's basically just, well, you all know Dale's famous good wrench scheme. It's silver stripe on the bottom with a red stripe on top. The rest is black. I don't know why everybody likes this scheme. I like it. I don't know why I'm saying that, but nobody really knows why they like this scheme so much. It just works so well, and it's a great looking scheme. And this is just overloading with history and nostalgia. Nostalgia was the word I was thinking of. I just said history. I was going to say nostalgia, and then never mind. But still, this is just overloading with nostalgia, and just an absolutely great-looking car. How they incorporated the damage on a 164 is amazing. Obviously, the 124 is going to be better. Yes, they made the 124 version of this, but it's actually pretty hard. Well, it's not hard to find, but it's incredibly expensive. I don't even believe it. It can go for around $200 because I think they only made an Elite version. That's probably why. But still, for a 164 that's damaged, this is absolutely fantastic looking. This is not the 2001 crash that killed Dale. They did not make a diecast of that. If they did, then everybody would be in tears. But if anybody with common sense would know, this isn't the crash that killed Dale. Because I just said it. But still. Anyways, this is a great, absolutely awesome looking car. Awesome paint scheme, and awesome how they incorporated the damage he got after the flip. And that's why I'm going to give this car a 10 out of 10. You're looking for this car, it's fairly easy to find. You can get it on Diecast Cars Now and a bunch of other sites. But it'll probably come with bubble wrap. It'll probably be the one from 1997 that came from bubble wrap. I really don't know. Diecast Cars Now has one with bubble wrap. I have one with a box, and I don't know how many. I got this at White's Pit Stop. I don't know how many more of these they have, but still, if you find one, pick it up. It's a great looking car, overloading with nostalgia, and just shows how tough of a racer Dale Earnhardt was. Even after a horrendous flip, he got back in the car and kept racing. He wasn't injured, but still, a lot of people would call it quits after that. Well, thank you for watching, and we will see you later. I'm Tony Stewart Rocks 14, and I approve this message.